Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, fellow Honkai, Starrail, and Permasaur Terraye, Dan Heng lovers, welcome back. So I might have butchered the name, but we are finally here to cover the Drip Marketing Content Reveal series for Dan Heng, Permasaur Terraye. That's that has to be not how you say his name. Either way, I'm an hour late a little bit because I was busy and dealing with a lot of depression, but here we are to finally look at Dan Heng PT, which is what people are calling him, thank God. So, a lot of things are a little nuanced with Dan Heng here, and to just kind of put it at the forefront, it's because he's free. So, I'm assuming it's going to be a lot like the other free characters, where he's going to be pretty good, not the best, not breaking the meta, maybe, because we have seen RTB and HTB do crazy things and they're the base character. Everyone has them. And Ratio was pretty good as well when he came out. And March was also pretty good when she came out as a hunt version. So this is where, even though I say they might not be great, they actually are pretty good. Oh, and Archer too, I forgot. Archer as well is one of the best fucking characters in the game if you have Sparkle. So this is where I'm expecting somewhat great things for Dan Heng, but this is where I have to do the review a little bit differently. I guess we could do a what if, right? On the normal side of things if he wasn't free, but to kind of go through the criteria as normal, number one, gameplay meta-wise, I'll actually save that for later because that's a big talking point. Number two, look-wise, I actually think the look looks really good. I wish this was Dan Heng and how he looked permanently. I think it would add a little spice to the Express's roster because everyone's very humanoid besides maybe Sunday and I guess Pom Pom if we're even counting him at all. Or they, I guess, to respect their pronouns. But this is where, with a lot of this shit, it's like, damn, I wish the Express for a spacefaring crew had a little bit more variety, aka Dan Heng being a dragon, and March being in her Evernight form. And, fair warning right now, there will be spoilers I will probably talk about. Light spoilers, though. So if you're not caught up, I won't spoil too much, I guess, but we'll see. You've been warned if I decide to do so. This is your last warning. Either way, look-wise, I think he's great. I think it looks better than Imbibitor. Although Imbibitor looks nice, Imbibitor looks more like a little, lanky boy. I think PT looks like a little bit more heavier and bigger, and I kind of like it. So that's cool. We get Amphorius Dan Heng Defensor, and then lore-wise, I actually think the lore was done extremely well. I actually really like Dan Heng in the story. I think personality-wise, they kind of changed Dan Heng to be more Power of Friendship fairy tale-esque, which I'm not completely against. I just feel like he was very tsundere at first, and this is where I guess as all tsunderes go, eventually he's gonna cave and he's gonna show his true colors, which is ones of affection and protection, which is really what we got in the story a lot of. But I think Dan Heng is pretty cool. He's basically like our big brother now if you're playing Stell. If you're playing Kalis, it feels a little weird, I'm assuming. But this is where I like the personality. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's a little bit of a shift from normal Dan Heng, but that's okay. And then the secret fourth category, which doesn't matter here for obvious purposes, is who is he competing against? Nobody, because he's free, unless you want to get Eidolons on him. This is where I'm wondering, are they going to put him in the standard banner? Because I feel like we haven't got a new standard character added in a hot minute. Not that we really need to, although there has been big complaints they're not adding 4 stars anymore, which, to be fair, is a valid complaint because of the 4 stars we got were really fucking good. Look at March and look at Gallagher. Anyway, though, this is where I think if he wasn't free, I probably would not roll for him. But there is a good reason as to why I might, and that goes back to criteria number one, meta gameplay, but we'll get into that soon. This is where I think if he wasn't free, I probably would not go for him for the pure fact that he's competing against March, and I really like March, and she's for my casters team, and I love Cassie. And two, because he's also directly competing to what is alleged to be the final character in Amphorius' saga, Cyrene. And Cyrene looks like she's going to be a big fucking character. Very big. So that's exciting. Thank God he's free though. And I know there's a lot of Dan Heng Glazers out there, so good for them. And good for me, because going all the way back around to gameplay meta, this is where Dan Heng PT, from what I can guess and from what I can understand, with the current way and meta and standing of things, Because we don't know what Cyrene is going to do. We don't know if she's going to fit into a caster's team, if she's going to be a main DPS, if she's going to be a support for Finon, which I hope she is because Finon deserves it. I really don't know a lot of these things yet. And I haven't heard anything from the grapevine, aka leaks, because I don't go out of my way looking for them. But this is where, as of my knowledge right now, on God's Not So Green Earth at 10/8/2025, almost 1 a.m., Don Hung is the missing last piece to the, or I was about to say Sunday, to the Finon team. Because Finon uses Sunday, oddly enough, Finon will get Giga buffed because from what I understand, and this is the other thing with the gameplay meta-wise, I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be, if not tier 0, right under tier 0. He's going to be probably really good. Maybe not adventuring level. We'll see. Maybe he might be a little bit more niche than adventuring. He might be mainly for Finon, but we'll see. Or just for Sunday team. So maybe for Aglia as well, technically. Because I know Aglia likes Sunday as well, I believe. This is where I think that, aside from being niche, he's going to be really good. And I don't know much of his kit, I'll be honest. I know he's a shielder, and that's why we're here to react to the video. Not only to react and see Albert and, just kind of glaze the keeping up with the star rail and how good it is, but also to actually learn his kit, because I actually don't really remember it from the live stream. This is where, though, because he makes someone have a summon, he basically makes any character technically a summon, aka a remembrance character in essence, because he gives you a dragon that counts as a pet for you, for whatever character he puts on, and it shields you. So I'm assuming it's not just going to do that, I'm assuming it's going to buff as well, because he's a 5-star, and 5-stars have to do more than just shield. So not only is he going to buff, which for right now, Finon doesn't have like a very good supporter in the sense of a healer. Obviously his best in slots right now are Saridra and Sunday, but for the healer slot, people have been going Ho-Ho, and I don't think Ho-Ho is the best thing for him. It's what works the best right now, but it's not fitting in like a glove, if you know what I mean. This is where Don Hung comes in and just eliminates all that. He's a shielder, which I particularly don't care about too. I actually hate shielders for the most part. But Don Hung is a shielder, and he basically gives you a summon, which inadvertently makes Sunday buff you more, because Sunday buffs summon characters extra harder than regular characters, even though his buffs for regular characters are already really good too. So basically, Finon is getting the best of both worlds, and he can use the summon in his little alone world when he's ulting. So it looks like Don Hung was made for Finon. So now my Finon team, if I plan to get the Don Hung Lycone, is basically going to be the strongest it's going to be. I have Finon, his Lycone, Saridra, her Lycone, Sunday, his Lycone, and then free Don Hung, and I might think about getting his Lycone depending on what it does. So this shit is pretty crazy meta-wise. Like, gameplay-wise, we'll see his kit. I'm sure it's nothing crazy because he's basically a support anyway, but I don't know it, so let's take a look at it. But there's no really need to say, hey, am I rolling for him? We're all getting him anyway. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the funny story Albert's going to tell us, too. He did pretty good in the story, though. Look at his horns. The funniest thing to me is his tail.
All rivers flow to the sea. Mountains echo in chorus.
But they might spoil here, too.
Stretch beyond horizons. From the
why was Zila and Branya there? Oh, I see why. It's a story thing. Oh, look at March! Look at March!
Been the Trailblazers' trusty companion.
Yeah, trusty is an understatement now. Now Don Hung is basically the second dad next to Welt.
Don Hung is an old friend of this show.
So usually, all the times they're interviewing the characters, they're not going to interview the main character that they're showing. So I'm curious who they're going to get. March? I feel like they're going to get March.
We specifically invited his good friend March 7th.
Easy. Easy. I swear to God I didn't pre-watch this. Easy.
Time to take a look at his new...
Oh God! It's Evernight!
Oh, you're in a new form today as well.
He went over her form.
Mr. Albert.
Mr.
So because of the symbol too, the music symbol, this is actually Evernight. This is not March.
Wait.
Oh shit. Evernight is a different person.
That's not important, Mr. Albert. The viewers
so
are all
good.
brimming with anticipation for Don Hung's new powers.
Usually I wouldn't be, but actually I am this time.
Don Hung Permancer Terra is a physical character on the path of preservation.
His look
When
looks
that
so
sign of
fucking
law
cool.
inherits the Earth core flame, The power permanence within his body will shield all life at Amphorius, carrying
That's his
him through the
idol.
distant sea of
He looks
stars
more
and
like
into
normal
the
Don Hung, just
boundless unknown.
older.
Using
His fucking
basic
kit looks
attack,
really good
Don Hung
too.
Permancer Terrai deals physical damage based on his
Visually.
attack to one designated enemy. His skill designates one ally as his bondmate, and also provides a shield to all allies for some turns.
Oh, it's to all allies?
Don
Holy
Hung also
shit.
acts like a guard in March's memories and has always
Ooh.
protected the Express crew.
Protection, preservation.
Yeah, even though at
Gonna
first he was a
refer him
bitch
to the
about
IPC.
it.
When an ally target becomes the bondmate, Don Hung Permancer Terrai will summon Soul Dragon for them.
That shit
Soul
looks
Dragon takes
crazy.
action. It dispels debuffs from all allies and provides a shield that lasts for some turns.
Ooh, I'm choked on water. That shield, that shield dispelling everything for all allies is crazy.
By the way, the shield effect provided by Don Hung Permancer Terrai and Soul Dragon can be stacked to a certain limit.
And there's
Oh,
still more benefits to becoming
oh, I
his
would hope
bondmate.
so.
Indeed. Certain traces will increase the attack of the bondmate ally target.
Crazy.
Using his ultimate, Don Hung Permancer Terrai deals damage to all enemies and provides a shield to all allies for some turns.
So he has
The ultimate
3
will
ways to
also
stack
enhance Soul
shields?
Dragon, and Soul Dragon will launch a follow-up attack when it takes action, dealing physical damage to all
damn.
enemies and additional damage.
There's like a
of
sub
the
DPS too, kind of
bondmate's
like
type.
Aventuring, kind of.
After unlocking certain traces, Soul Dragon provides a shield to the ally with the lowest current shield. With the enhanced Soul Dragon Axe, it deals extra additional damage of the bondmate's type based on their attack to the enemy with the highest current HP.
Okay. So they're kind of
Using his
leaning
technique,
more into the
Don Hung
DPS
Permancer
action.
Terrai gains bondmate and dazes enemies within a certain range.
He
Dazed
stuns
enemies
them.
will not actively attack allies. When switching active characters, bondmate transfers to the currently active character. At the start of the
So this is where they're doing this a lot more often now, where like they want you to switch back to your DPS, which I think is great.
next battle, you will automatically
Doing a
use his
lot more
skill
now.
on the bondmate character without consuming any skill points.
He's the glue of the group.
Everyone can see
Ooh.
that Don Hung is very reliable. In summary,
Is that all of
as
his
a
kit?
character
It's
for all
actually
path of
pretty
preservation,
simple.
Don Hung Permancer Terrai has
His ult looks fucking crazy, by the way.
many ways to provide shields to all
Shit
allies
looks
in order to
wild.
mitigate
It literally looks like an upgraded version of his 4-star ult. It's so funny, because in the 4-star ult, he just stabs you with the spear. This time he's stabbing you with the spear with dragons.
damage. At the same time, Soul Dragon also brings different buffs. Not only
This
can
is
he ensure
basically for
allied
Sunday,
characters'
man.
vulnerability in combat, but he
For Sunday to
also
buff
boosts
you.
the bondmate character's damage.
March did mention that his hidden powers are more than holding his breath underwater for 100 minutes.
You should be able to
You
breathe
remember a show from that
underwater.
long ago. No wonder your remembrance.
I have a memory of Don Hung fighting together with his friends. Want to analyze that, Mr. Albert?
Oh god, she sounds so
Shit, can't bring her
testy.
own content. Let me take a look.
Oh god, what is it gonna be? Oh, I thought it was gonna be something
Allies use their
mean.
techniques
Dude, they're
and
literally using
cover.
him with Fight On.
Don Hung
And
Permancer
Sunday,
Terrai
literally.
uses skill to make finding the bondmate
I mean, it's not like they don't know
all
what they're
allies.
doing.
Thanks to certain traits,
Crazy that he's
Don
free.
Hung Permancer Terrai acts first and uses his skill on finding again to stack the seed.
Okay, then he
Don
gets
Hung
ult.
Permancer Terrai's energy has fully charged.
The fact that he
His
shields
ultimate
everyone is
enhances Soul
wild.
Dragon while stacking shields for all allies.
But again, he is
The
5-star.
enemy's
They have to
attacks
sell him
can
in the
rarely be
future.
thrown against its mighty shield. Nah, they just
The
get
shield looks pretty meaty too, not bad.
Ooh, Soul Dragon attack.
Oh yeah, and it
Then
gives
he
Fight On
shoots again
core flames
while defeating
too.
the enemy. Sunday then uses
Yo,
his
where's
skill.
Saridra?
Wait, could this be?
Oh,
Yep,
Oh.
that's Don Hung's hidden
oh.
power.
Goodness! So Soul Dragon can be considered the bondmate summon.
He makes
So this
anyone a
will remove
remembrance
Finance
character.
and Soul Dragon of the action order, and as the bondmate, Finance would gain Sunday's additional damage boost.
So now, even though Finon wasn't a summon character, he wasn't a remembrance character, so you weren't getting the full value from Sunday, they basically made a glue. Now, and I always said, like, wow, they might release, like, a new person for Finon, which was Saridra, to be fair. They might release a new person for Finon that buffs specifically just him. Again, literally Saridra. But then Sunday also still is now the best in slot for him. Because of Don Hung.
That's amazing.
It's crazy.
Ultimate to tear up in the sky.
This means in the
Soul
future they can
Dragon's
make
enhanced
any
attack
character with
following up,
anyone if
the
they
enemies
really
are
want.
reduced to dust, with Don Hung Permancer
It looks
Terror
crazy, by the
on
way.
our side.
And Sunday busts the
that's
dragon, so the dragon might be doing good
Wow.
DPS.
That was-
This is where a lot of the time now I'm noticing in Star Rail, and it's probably because the game is getting power creeped slowly but surely, that, you know, a lot of people in the community know. Because enemy health bars are going up, the supports are starting to do a lot of damage, and it all started with Hyacinth. Hyacinth's doing crazy damage, Treebee's doing pretty good damage. Black March, aka Evernight, right here, is actually pretty good at doing damage. And now Don Hung is probably going to be doing decent damage too. I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing 100k from this guy as a shielder.
So sure was easy to record. Thanks again, Miss Evernight.
Thanks,
Then I won't
March.
trouble you anymore. You might need to do overtime soon.
Wait, what?
Overtime?
Wait,
Why
why?
do I need to do that when the show's already done?
Was this just a dream? Oh no. He was just dreaming!
What happened?
Is he holding a credit
Finish the
pillow?
episode. Was that all a
Dude, that's a
dream?
nightmare.
I have to go to work in my dreams and in reality.
That is horrible.
This sucks.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I got work soon too, man. See, Albert is so relatable. I love this shit. This shit is so good. So either way, that was that. We learned about his kit, even though the main important parts were he makes someone a summon, and now Sunday can buff anyone fully. So that's really good. Either way, he's free, so there's not much discussion to be had. I'm happy I'm getting him. I don't think I'm going to get his Eidolons, obviously. I need to save for Cyrene. She's the main goal. And we'll see if I'll get his Lycone. We'll see how good it is. Either way, though, that's going to be it for me. Tell me what you thought. If you're going to get, well, not going to get, everyone's going to get him. But if you think Don Hung is great, if you like him, if you're a Don Hung stan, and if you want to see more of me, watch me at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. Eee!